I have no clue.
Could you see expanding the program to, test some of the guys who have already signed with the UFC?
What do you mean?
Random testing.
Dude, that's the commission. We're the most regulated sport on earth. We're the most regulated sport on earth.
But what
We're
about
the last guys on this fucking planet that should be getting steroid questions. Guys are gonna pop. If you went in and tested the way that we test at the NFL, Major League Baseball, and everywhere else, there'd be no sports. You wouldn't be watching shit on TV.
What about the complaints that, guys learn how to cycle off because they have enough notice?
What are you gonna do? Seriously, we have 375 guys. Do you guys know how much shit I deal with on a daily fucking basis that has nothing to do with steroids? You know what I mean? I mean, let's be honest here. I know it's a fun thing for you guys to talk about, but it's ridiculous.
Why do you think the percentage is so high that guys are caught in California? It seems to me that if you're getting a huge percentage in California, a lesser percentage in Nevada, that there must be something wrong with the testing.
Who knows?
Right? I mean, because you would have to think the same percentage of guys are doing it everywhere.
Yeah.
They're not just doing it more in California than
Actually, never thought about that. I have no idea.
California is way higher.
Are you concerned that the testosterone replacement therapy kind of gives guys a second chance? Because like you said, some of the guys who use it are the ones who used to be using steroids.
Well, what happens is when you go into you go into a doctor and they tell you that your testosterone is low, what happens is you're supposed to gauge. They take the blood test and they gauge where you're supposed to be for your age. What a normal man his age should be at. And that's what they go by. I mean, what you have to understand is listen, I'm no doctor or expert. This is just what I know from learning about this stuff, is that these guys have to do it. When you have no testosterone because you've destroyed yourself from using steroids, you're basically dead. I mean, you have no energy, you can't do anything. So this testosterone replacement therapy thing is real. And what they try to do is they try to find the guys who are abusing it. Because, if you go in and I don't know, 1 cc gets you back to where you should be, where will 3 cc's put me? And that's how they got in this mess in the first place. So that's what the athletic commissions watch for, is guys who are, they come in the week before the fight. The other thing that's been good is guys who have abused it and have gotten caught for it, everywhere we go, these guys are now being tested, You saw the stuff that went on with Overeem, and the list goes on and on. There's more than just Overeem. Now lots of guys, when we go into these different states, the guys that have been popped before now have to do this random testing. It happens. So.
Are you hopeful that by doing this new procedure, that a guy like Mola, who recently tested positive, and not tested positive before, and saying that he didn't know some of the stuff that was going in the system was that? But I'm just saying that now. Do you think that that'll help prevent that type of stuff in case guys?
One of the things that I don't like, listen, if you get caught doing something, admit you did it. Okay? The whole somebody put something in my system that I didn't know about. I mean, who here lets people put shit inside of you and you don't know what it is? I mean, if you go to the doctor and he gives you a pill, like, Doc, what am I taking this for? Well, you got an earache and this is gonna help, I don't buy that shit. Own up to what you did. Listen, it's out there, it happens, and sometimes everybody makes mistakes. The problem is, what we want to do is, we want to put this policy in place where we, the up-and-coming guys who are already talented, you're already fast, you're already strong, you already have all the attributes to be a professional athlete. Do not ruin your career by taking this junk that will affect you for the rest of your life. So we're trying to get these guys early. And once this thing is in place and guys know it's going to happen, hopefully they won't do it.
So what you just said, obviously you're not buying this guy not taking.
I don't buy any guy.
But I'm just saying,
I don't buy anybody. Anybody that's ever said that they didn't know what was being put in their body is full of shit.
And when they say that, what does that say about their future in Zuffa?
I don't know. It depends on how they handle themselves. I don't know. Let's see. But anybody who gets caught for taking any kind of drug and says, I didn't know there was some drug in me. You know what I mean? If you're taking pills or, the whole theory of I was taking these supplements, and there was a time, 6 years ago or 7 years ago, where guys were getting popped for steroids, and they were the over-the-counter supplements that they were taking that were this close to being actual steroids. I hope so. I'll tell you.
Has the UFC ever considered having
what?
Outdoor match.
Yeah, they did.
I hate it. I hate it with a passion. But yeah, this Brazil one might be. Yeah, we might. I guess what happens is when you're dealing, like, let's say we do a soccer stadium down in Brazil, and it rains. You know, the fans down there are used to watching soccer matches in the rain, so they're kind of used to that. We are not used to that. We'll see what happens. I don't even like having press conferences outside. You know, I don't like doing the weigh-ins outside. I don't like going outside.
Well, Dan, Aram is supposedly building that stadium on the strip, right? It's going to be a 40,000 feet.
Bob's going to build it?
Well, he's got Sheldon Adelson and Wynn building it, but that, you know, they're saying it's going to last for 2 years. Theoretically, if that's built, Vegas hardly ever rains. I mean, wouldn't it be a good place for you to do 40,000 as opposed to?
See, here's the thing about Vegas too. I used to go to the fights at Caesars when they had that outdoor thing,
Right.
and it was cool sometimes. But Vegas gets so windy. Like, you can wake up in the morning, it can be the nicest day out, and by 5 o'clock the wind's blowing 100 miles an hour. So that kind of worries me. I just don't like. You guys know the show that we put on inside an arena, the energy and the buzz, and the only place we've ever even come close to doing that outside was Abu Dhabi. All good. Yeah, we're gonna go back there. I don't know when, but yes. It wasn't necessarily a Fox decision. I think everybody's, I don't know what the big deal is. And I don't know who really gives a shit whether we're done Fox or whatever. I know that some of the fighters get affected by it, but it is what it is. But the reality is we're going into other countries now. Now that we're in all these other countries, there's more than just us that affect us on our sponsorship. There's a lot of things. So we're trying to do this balancing act right now, figuring out how we can pull some of these out, how we can make it work, keep them and make it work in other countries. Like, if you're sitting in China, you want to see a United States Marines commercial? Holy shit, no. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we're having issues. We got to figure it out. But it's all